Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtiwada. In this video, we will learn about how to create and run our React application and what are the different ways we can use for creating and running our React application. So let me quickly jump into another slide which will define you what we are learning in this particular video. So first thing is we have to use a Visual Studio Code. To download our Visual Studio Code, we can use a Visual Studio Code downloads path, and you can go to this path, and based on your platform you can just download that and follow the instructions whatever it is given to you, and then you can use this Visual Studio Code. I have already downloaded the Visual Studio Code in my desktop, so I'm not showing further. So just download it and double click on the icon which has been downloaded, and then you can go further with all the steps whatever given by that particular window, and that's how you can download your Visual Studio Code. In the same way, if you want to download Node.js, just go to nodejs.org/en/download, where you can download your available latest Node.js version. So now already I have the Node.js in my system. I want to verify what is the current Node.js version in my system. So let me go into the terminal, and here I can check node hyphen version and hit enter. Sorry, it is hyphen hyphen version. So then you got 20.11.0. So this is the version which has been installed in my system. So that's how you can find whether the Node.js is available in your system or not, and then you can use this command to fetch the version for your Node.js. And the next step is we have downloaded our Node.js and we have checked our version. Now what I want to do is I want to use the React application directly in an HTML and I want to run it. So this is only whenever you want to test your application, or whenever you want to run small code snippets, then it would be very useful. Or you have already a HTML code, and if you want to inject a new React system into that, then you can use this CDN approach. So what we'll do is we will use a CDN for our React application in HTML. So let me show you that first. Let me go into the Visual Studio Code, and here is the Visual Studio Code. I'm writing a HTML, so I'll use HTML5, and it has the ready-made or boilerplate code which is available. Now what I want to do is I want to include some set of scripts, that is the CDNs which are given by React. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this scripts and I'll put it over here and format this. So you got all the scripts over here, and now inside the body what I want to do is I want to create some sort of content, and now I'll use a div where I can add id is equal to my root. So I'm creating a root element for us, and let me add a script where I want to add a type, and the type is text slash babel, and inside this I want to create a function. Let me use a function, and the function name is sample, or you can use anything like hello world or so, and I'm just returning some value from this, and the return value is h1 high. And now what I want to do is I want to get the root element, and the root element is document dot get element by id, and the id is my root. So let me get this my root element, and now I got the root element. This root element I want to load on our React node. So how we can do is I'm just making it as root, and I'm using React dom dot create root. I want to create a root element with this root element variable, and now you will be getting a React root element, and we can use this root to render. So how I can render is I can use this root dot render and pass the element, and the element here is sample, which is acting like an HTML element, and that will be mounted on your root element. So here is a root element, and this root element will show this h1. Let me go here into the browser. Let me rerun this. So now you are not able to see any of the value. Let's see what's the problem. Let me go into the inspect, and nothing. React DOM is loaded. I think we did some small mistake. Let's check that. Actually speaking, here the spelling is wrong. It's Babel. And save this, go here and refresh. Now you can see this high, and if you inspect this element, let me zoom a bit, and you can see this body inside the div we are having the hosted element, that is the React element high. Hi is coming from the sample, and that sample is mounted on our render, and that's how we are able to use our React as a CDN in our application. So that is how we can implement or we can utilize our React as a CDN in any of the HTML. So that's it for this, and let me go to the another approach. The another approach is like CLI approach. So what we will do is we'll use npx command to create our React application, and we will run that application in the browser in a particular host. So let me go into the terminal. So here inside the terminal, let me clear this off and let me give npx create hyphen react hyphen app, npx create react app with an app name. Let me go with the app name like coding with site. So this is my app name. Let me hit enter, and now it takes some time to create this, but cannot create a project named coding with Sai because of npm naming restrictions. We have to give a name without a capital letter, so let me give coding with hyphen Sai, and now it takes some time. It will fetch all the React dependencies and it installs all the React dependencies with a package JSON, and it will create a boilerplate code with all the folder structure in this particular folder. Let's wait for some time. That's how it created the application, and here they are telling just go inside this folder. So I'll just move into this coding with Sai, and let me use npm start. So whenever you run the npm start inside that particular folder, it automatically build your React application and it opens that in a local host. Let me hit this. Okay, now let me go into the browser here. So it started the React application, and if you want to use this application boilerplate code and continue the development, we can go into this particular folder and we'll see all the folder structure which is given by default React application, and then we will start how to use that in our upcoming video. So that's it for this video. I have explained how to install Node.js, Visual Studio Code, and how to use your React application with CDN, and how to use your React application with CLI, that is NPX mode. And now we are able to create the application and run the application. In the upcoming video, I'll give a clear understanding of the boilerplate code, how it has been created and where it has been created, what are the different folders and the files which are created by the npx command. That's it for this video. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.